I hope you'll let me start from a personal place. My family immigrated to the U.S. when I was 3 years old. We were part of the wave of boat people coming over from Vietnam in the 1970s and early 80s. And years later, I find myself working at a school of immigrants. Even though we are a very, very small school by high school standards in Oakland, our kids speak over 40 languages combined and come from 30 countries. And you know, I look at their faces and I see the same struggles that my family went through, and then some struggles that make my life seem like a cakewalk. We know that our students are at this really vulnerable and exciting place in their lives where they're saying goodbye to an old life and trying to figure out how to navigate the new one. And we feel that anything we do to increase their chances of having a good future is really important. So we've created this project to let them tell their own stories through new media, which they think is really fun. I've armed them with camcorders and voice recorders and microphones and the tools of guerrilla filmmaking, ways to mix their own music digitally. And you know, these kids who weren't using computers at the beginning of the year are movie crews now.
Thank you, ING!
We want to sincerely thank you. ING has been wonderful for us. It was a wonderful grants award celebration in my building, and I was shocked out of my socks to realize that we were indeed the second place winners. And I say we because I wrote the grant and I work with the students, but it's really, really a school effort. In my research, and I've done a lot of work with children in poverty, I found something that I hadn't seen before. And I found out the single biggest factor of children learning to read, being fluent, comprehending, going to college was their mother. This grant is going to be folded into a program that we hit our parents with in 3 different ways. Phase 1 of our program was to simply gather those moms together, teach them English, empower them, set them free in that way, and they would be able to help me get that child to be more literate in the classroom. But then phase 2 came about because we said, now what do we do with their kids? Phase 2, tutoring. We'll pull in those K-5 kids, we'll put them in another classroom, we'll help them on homework, we'll give them science help. I thought, how could I learn English if I'm trying to attend to a baby and listen to my teacher at the same time? So phase 3 came about, and that was remove the distraction. This project directly benefits around 100 to 150 students and 75 to 100 parents. The bulk of our money was spent on Nooks. Nooks are much cooler than books, we have found with kids. We bought a lot of books that have a read to me feature so that they can hear the intonation and the fluency and how the cadence of the words as we're saying them. We love ING. We love them. You, in your generosity, are helping us to completely change a community. The community will be different because of you. We appreciate what you've done for us so we can make that happen. Thank you very much.
So first of all, I want to say thank you. This program has reached out to help out my 25 engineering students, the 30 ROTC students, the 35 life skill students, the 1,000 students in my school, and eventually the 88,000 students in Baltimore City. So what we decided we were going to do is to build what's called a fully actuated flight trainer or simulation trainer. Now what this is a flight simulator very much like the Air Force trains with, very much what like the astronauts train with, and really and honestly, if we do it right, we'll actually be able to be better than the Air Force. We hope. And this is what we have built so far. We've actually framed out a wooden version of this, and it is fully functional with computering, wiring, and electrical all worked in, programming. The kids have programmed everything that needs to happen. So what do we have to do this? Well, kids have to learn how to weld. Kids have to learn gear train, mechanics. Kids have to learn electrical systems. The aircraft that we're going to be working on is not only for students who have physical disabilities, but students who have cognitive disabilities. We have a group of students that are out now working on designing an aircraft that will fly, or a simulator that will work just off of what you think. For a lot of these students, going to college wasn't a reality, but now it is. Sometimes greatness it isn't necessarily about what you do in life. Sometimes greatness is more about what you inspire others to do. And I want to say thank you for daring to be great, and what you're doing is inspiring students to go out, to do more, and to be more. So with that, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you.